Bibarel, the laughing stock of the competitive scene. But it received 2 buffs in Generation 7 that I think went completely overlooked. So, today, I ask you the question, can Bibarel be used in Draft League? So, before we get started, I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about one key thing really quickly. Bibarel isn't in Sword and Shield, therefore you can't use it in a Sword and Shield Draft League, but right now there are a lot of National Dex Draft Leagues going around where you can use Bibarel, and Bibarel is typically in Tier 5. So, do I think Bibarel is good, like, overall? Not really. But do I think it could be a valuable Tier 5? Yes. Let's start by looking at its stats, dude. It has probably some of the worst stats I've ever seen, dude. It's totally and utterly terrible. But its abilities is where things get really, really good. Bibarel has 3 abilities. Simple, Unaware, and Moody. Moody, we never use it. Unaware is an outstanding ability, but it's just not... Okay, so I will go ahead and say that it can use Unaware and be pretty okay, but I think Simple is where it actually gets absolutely bonkers. So let's talk about some of its key moves that make Bibarel with Simple kind of bonkers. So first thing I want to talk about is it gets Swords Dance, which it didn't get until the Generation 7, so we get Swords Dance, right? But it also gets Aqua Jet, and it didn't have that until Generation 7 either. So with Swords Dance Aqua Jet, dude, you're looking at a 185 attack stat just after one Swords Dance, because you go from +0 to +4 instantly. And after another Swords Dance, dude, you go from +4 to +6. So, and +6 is the max attack. So, like, with max attack, right, you have 295, and then that times 2. I think I did my math wrong. Hold on. No, I did my math right. Okay, quit doubting myself. Okay, we'll work offline. That doesn't matter. Another thing that Bibarel gets that it can take advantage of is, let's say you don't want to use water type attacks, right? Like, man, dude, he's got so many grass types on his team, dude. It doesn't work out, dude. It also gets Quick Attack, which is also Stab. So you have 2 priority options to use Bibarel with. So, I mean, is this thing going to be sweeping every single team? No, but I think that you can use it on teams that don't really have a good answer to either water or normal, whichever one you think is more spammable, and you could potentially, like, win some late games with it. But, like, generally I don't like low tier sweepers from, like, the E tier, but this Pokemon also gets some support options. So let's talk about its support options, dude. It gets Yawn. Stop. I always get these, like, really weird, I don't know, like, how or why, but I get these weird, like, text messages and stuff, and they're, like, trying to get me to, like, go to porn sites or whatever. But Yawn. It gets Yawn, dude, and Yawn is incredible, dude. You'll need some hazard support with it. People don't like Yawn a lot, but I love Yawn. Yawn is great. Let's see, what else does it get? And then another set that I really think would be really, really cool with Draft, but I don't know how it would work because Bibarel's defense, like, really sucks. But you could use Simple Curse, right? And after 1 curse, if you run max defense, you'll have 480 defense, which isn't bad. Like, it really isn't bad. And, like, your HP stat is decent. So I think this thing is a decent curse option. And with Aqua Jet and Quick Attack, right, like, your speed drops don't matter. You're still hitting hard, right? And then, like, after 2 curses, you're still at 885. So I think that you could take advantage of that idea too. I think that's really, really good. Well, actually, if you run max defense, you won't have 885, but you'll have 800 attack-ish, something like that. I'm not doing the math. It doesn't matter. Another thing that Bibarel has going for it is it has some cool coverage options too. Like it gets crunch, it gets let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Superpower. I have this written down and I don't know why I can't think of it. Superpower, it gets Stomping Tantrum. I mean, so you've got some decent some, like coverage moves, like not great ones, but they're decent. Like, and you've got like all kinds of like special coverage, which is kind of dumb. Like you can't really take advantage of it because you've got 55 like special attack. But I mean, the option's there, right? You could surprise a Landorus with an ice beam to the face, you know. Or you could, I mean, you could physically run like a bulky set with like Scald, right? But you don't have very good recovery options. You get Taunt, which is cool. I mean, like, is this the Pokemon great? No, but as an E tier, you can kind of mold it into something that could possibly break some teams open. And generally, like a lot of times, people want to bring in walls to stop a sweeper. And even though this thing doesn't have too good attack, or not attack, speed, even though it doesn't have too good speed, like you could potentially break open the slower walls that want to come in to like stop your Bibarel. Another thing that a key weakness that I want to point out is this thing gets no good normal stab moves. It gets Facade, which is pretty good but not amazing. Double Edge. It gets Quick Attack, which is pretty good but not as like a hard hitting normal type stab. So like you would potentially have to run, where is it? Right, it's in the H's. You would have to run. There it is. I see it now. Headbutt right there. 70 attack, which isn't great. It's usable, but it's not great. And you could also run Last Resort, I guess. You get Stab Last Resort, but like I don't think you'd ever reasonably run them. It gets Retaliate too. Down here in the R's, you probably see it before I do. There it is, which is an option. It's not great, but I mean, again, it's an E tier, and the whole point of this is you get to Iron Tail. I forgot to mention that Iron Tail's pretty good. The whole point of this is you could use it in draft as like a low tier niche pick that could I've never seen it used, and I think it could be used. So the two sets that I want to show you guys and to reiterate, like at the very end as a summary, is you can run Swords Dance with like Yawn, Aqua Jet, Waterfall, or you could swap Aqua Jet for Quick Attack and things like that with like a Life Orb. Generally, you don't want to run Speed because like 95% of the time they'll be clicking Aqua Jet anyway, and the slower Pokemon that come in, you could click Waterfall or like your Headbutt. Or you could run like a Curse set with like Curse, Rest, Waterfall, or Aqua Jet, or Quick Attack, and stuff like that, with like max defense and like full defense and some attack and maybe like 4 HP, something like this. I think this would be cool too. So just some sets to look at, to think about. Okay, for some reason I was thinking it wasn't recording, so like, tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think that Bibarel could be cool in draft? I think it could be cool as like a low tier E tier. So I mean, I'd love to see what you guys think. And so comment, like, or talk in Discord. Like I'll be posting this in Discord and stuff. So just tell me what you think. Come on, dude.